Hi, I'm Cassie, and today I'm going to be showing you one of my go-to batch cocktails for the holiday season. It's a holiday cranberry sangria, and it could not be easier to pull together. Follow along. Mixing this together is so simple. We're going to start off with this honey. Honey goes into the pitcher about 1/4 cup. And if you do not like sweet things, you can skip this, or you could also substitute an equal amount of maple syrup, would work great. Let's see, maple syrup, agave, but I would cut the agave in half. I would do about 2 tablespoons instead of a full 1/4 cup. In goes our cranberry juice. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and stir these two together to help that honey dissolve before we add the rest of the ingredients. This batch will not be for me today, but if you are in the spirit of spirits, then you can add about 1/3 cup. You can either do a spiced rum, a brandy, a whiskey would be great. All that would be great in here. That goes in. We're also going to add 1.5 cups of orange juice, and this helps provide some really fresh, just a nice fresh vibe to this sangria. A little bit of acidity, and then a whole bottle of a red wine. My advice on red wine is to grab a bottle that you would want to pour a drink of anyways, right? By itself, enjoy by itself. I'm not saying this is not the time to use a $100 bottle of wine, but one that you would still really enjoy. And it's kind of the same concept of, you know, my mom always says, don't cook with a wine that you wouldn't want to pour yourself a glass of and drink alongside, because those flavors, if you don't like something in that wine, those are going to be in your food, right? And so you want to give your food the best leg up. And so same thing goes for sangria. Use a moderately priced bottle of wine that you really like. This is a Merlot. You could also add, you could do a Cabernet Sauvignon. You could make this with a Pinot. I think that would also be delicious, Pinot Noir. Okay, so that's it for our liquids. Give this a really quick stir. Okay, next we're gonna add our fruit. This is what makes sangria sangria, right? Is all the fruit that we're able to infuse with these flavors. First up, we're gonna add 1 cup of fresh cranberries. If you can't find fresh, use frozen. No one's gonna know the difference. I'm gonna add all of those in there. How fun is that? Since we're using whole fruit in this sangria, it's really important to also wash the skin of all the things that we're putting in there. And it's kind of new, right? Because you're probably not used to cutting or washing the skin of an orange, because you peel it and then you eat it. And if you have not seen my easy homemade cleaner, I have got that linked for you below the video. It's so easy to pull together, and it gives you really great peace of mind about just your produce being really clean and also being cleaned with the best ingredients. Drop these oranges right into that sangria. Bloop. Okay, so this is going to hang out in the refrigerator, ideally for at least 2 hours. You're still gonna get some good sangria flavors infused together within 2 hours. You could also leave it overnight. And if you're curious, if you really wanna get ahead, and if you are, you're maybe a girl after my own heart, maybe not, I don't know. I hear that. I would say the most time you could make the sangria in advance would be maybe 1.5 days. So if you're hosting a party on Friday, then I think you could put this in your refrigerator Wednesday night, right? I think that math makes sense. So essentially, by the second day, you really probably want to be pouring it just to make sure that the oranges are still really cute and pretty, but it's going to taste so good. Last ingredient, we're going to put in some cinnamon sticks. And that's really the part of this sangria that the longer you give this time to set, the more those flavors will really come through, and it kind of becomes a happy marriage between a cranberry sangria and some kind of like a cider, right? It's gonna be really, really delicious. This is going into the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, or up to, let's call it 48 hours in advance. You do not have to pour ice into your glass for a sangria, but I like to. I think that it really helps not only extend the whole yummy beverage experience. Put my finger down to block some of those cranberries. That's what I'm talking about. That's a pour. I like to add a little bit of ice. And if you're like a favorite aunt of mine, you have not met a wine that you wouldn't pour some ice cubes in. It's whatever floats your boat. Okay, I'm taking one more little piece of orange just to garnish this glass. Cut it just nice thin little wedge. I'm gonna put it right there. And there you go. Our super easy holiday cranberry sangria. This is so delicious. And if you are not drinking alcohol for whatever reason in this season, some alternatives that you can put in here is you can swap out that liquor, the brandy, the spiced rum, the whiskey you could either omit it altogether, or you could swap in. They actually make some really lovely zero-proof spirits. Anything that has a spice label on it. There's one that, oh gosh, Seedlip is the brand that I've got. I don't work with them, but I have them in my cabinet, and they make a spice zero-proof liqueur that I will occasionally use, and so that would be a really great one for one sub. And then for the wine, there's actually some really great alcohol-free wines out there right now, and so poke around, see what you can find, but a red wine, equivalent volume, would be perfect for this. And everybody can enjoy. Cheers! I hope you found that helpful, and don't forget, if you're looking for another seasonal cocktail inspiration right now, that apple cider margarita recipe that comes together in 10 minutes, it's on your screen right now.